Hello everyone, my name is LokaCola and welcome to another channel update with some random Battlefield 1 gameplay in the background. I can guarantee that this is not very fine gameplay. As you just saw right there, I died pretty much immediately. It wasn't long after I had spawned either. But yeah, this really is just background for, well, this channel update and my voice. I was originally going to make this like the big channel update of Doom or something like that, where I just talked about pretty much everything regarding the channel as far as current projects, future projects, and not necessarily a looking back thing, but kind of at the same time. But you know what, I'm gonna mostly stick it to the important points. This won't be the channel update of Doom or anything like that. It's certainly not doom and gloom, at least. So I've got some good news and I also got some bad news regarding some of the stuff that will appear on this channel. Let me start with some of the good news, because I do have more good things to say than bad things. So that's a good thing, at least. The first good news is that I have new internet. For those who are not aware, for the longest time I have had sort of like mobile internet that was data capped at, I'm not 100. Sorry, I just like was taken over by a demon or something. I don't know what the heck that was. I'm not even sure if it started just as a cough or me just mispronouncing things as usual, but whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this mobile internet was data capped at 50 gigabytes rather, which of course is not really that great, not in this day and age when your average AAA game on consoles, at least. Wow, I really took very long time to register that it was an enemy that was alive. Oh, bad. Oh, man. I mean, like, most games released these days are 50 gigabytes. So, I guess I could give you an idea of that data cap was reached somewhat early, like after 3 weeks rather, in a month, which of course has impacted my upload schedule. I think most of you should have noticed that there usually comes a week or two every month where I'm not uploading anything, and that's because I literally can't record nor upload anything. So the good news there is that we finally have some new internet that is not data capped. It's unlimited data, I guess. That didn't really work so well. The one downside is that it's not as fast, but to be honest, the previous internet wasn't really that stable, so I haven't really noticed any difference, at least not major differences. Online gaming works just as fine as it did before. I have no idea if downloading updates or things like that take any longer time, or if that has changed at all, but now I don't really have to check because previously I had to like check how big each thing I downloaded was and see like, can I download this at all this month? Like almost like it was some sort of economic resource or anything like that. It's kind of insane when you put it that way. The one thing I have noticed is that it does take some time. No, let me think back and try to make a sentence that actually makes sense. It does seem to take a bit longer to upload videos, but that's a trade-off that I'm willing to take. Like with the old internet, it would take usually less than 5 minutes, but the last video I uploaded which was the Rainbow Six Siege video, took like at least 10 minutes, but I believe it may have been more than that actually, but that's a trade-off that I'm willing to take. I might just have to start uploading earlier, but oh my god, what was I doing? What were I thinking? Oh well. So that means that, well, at least in theory, I shouldn't really have any breaks like I've used to have. So there should at very least be one video a week, unless something absolutely crazy happens. Most realistically, some sort of like something happening with the school, but it's certainly a much better situation right now, at least. Sorry, I needed to have some water before I could proceed. So let's move on to the bad news. In the last channel update, I promised a Let's Play that was gonna air, well, this December, and we are a bit into December right now. It is, as of recording, December 10th, which also should be the day where this is uploaded. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm gonna have to cancel that Let's Play, and also all the other Let's Plays that I had planned that I was going to do after. I'm not gonna bore you out with the details, but essentially I bought a capture card a long time ago, which I have tried multiple times, and every single time that I tried it, it worked just fine. And then finally, when I'm going to do some actual serious recording, I'm having tons of audio issues. Like it, I'm not really sure how to describe it, honestly. It just there's something wrong with like sound effects and voices from the game that just sounds really bad, and I have no idea what it is. If there's something wrong with the chords, or I absolutely no idea. What boggles my mind is, sorry, I had to record the stop the recording for a sec there. So yeah, it didn't seem to work for some reason, but I managed to fix that. So I was able to record the first episode of the Let's Play. Then when I was going to record the second episode, the sound issues were back. And this time I wasn't able to fix it. Like I literally spent over 2 hours trying to fix it, and I was really going mad because I had no idea what was wrong with the thing, nor how to really fix it. So that's bad. That's quite bad actually. That's about $100 or something like that I've essentially thrown in the lake. As I don't know if that expression is used outside of Sweden, but yeah, which funnily enough is the second time this year that my plans for a new Let's Play have completely blown up. right in front of my face. So I may give it one final go, but I'm not gonna give it another 2 hours of trial and error. I'm basically gonna. I think I may do some serious setting up, like doing the setup from scratch, and if that doesn't work, well, no Let's Plays of PlayStation 3 games, I'm afraid. If it does work, that's great, but I'm not exactly counting on it. So what does that leave for the potential, well, for potential Let's Plays, because that is something I want to do more of? Well, it's certainly gonna take some time until I can do a Let's Play, because I'm not gonna buy a new one, because a new capture card, that is, because money is not exactly plentiful, I have to admit. So I'm not gonna buy a new one, and my current PC isn't that great, so that leaves only my PlayStation 4 really. And I've been trying to think of some games that I could and want to do Let's Plays of, and for some reason I can only think of big open world RPG games, which I don't know about that, since I tend to not really want to do that. For generally speaking, I don't really want to do blind playthroughs, but I think that should work fairly well with a shooter, since I'm well, I mean, if you played one shooter, you've essentially played all of them. I mean, I realize that really is simplifying things, but I think you get the picture. Like, whereas with a RPG game, I guess you could make an argument for new RPG games that they're kind of similar in a sense. And well, really most RPGs are similar in that regard as well. The thing is just that, and that was an awful grenade throw. The thing is that I tend to have some difficulties with RPG games, like trying to learn how to play it and how all stats works and all that. And even if something like a Bethesda game, which usually are fairly simple to pick up and learn in comparison to other games, there's still the fact that you have a open world game, and I feel for a Let's Play of a game like that, I want to at least have one I want to at least have played it once before I do a Let's Play, so I know how to properly pace a Let's Play like that, because a Let's Play of, say, Skyrim or Oblivion or any of the recent Fallout games are gonna be long playthroughs. There's really no other way to do them, I feel, at least if I want to do a proper Let's Play. But I feel like I'm just rambling on right now. I'm already like almost 15 minutes in, and I have not gotten far with this update. So I will say one thing though. I don't know when Let's Plays are gonna be regular, or at least semi-regular on this channel. Worst case scenario, we might be looking at sometime after next summer or something like that. However, even if my capture card isn't working as properly, I was still going to do a specific Let's Play in February. That's all I'll say about it for now. That, and may God have mercy on my soul. Yeah. Alright, so moving on to some more positive things. Due to this fallout, I guess, of the supposed Let's Play, I'm gonna go back to mostly focus on Weekend at Locus again. I already have one recorded, which will be uploaded tomorrow, and I haven't edited all the clips, but so far I'm quite happy. It may be a long one, like 15-20 minutes, but I feel like that may be a grand return for Weekend at Locus, especially since there was quite a few of fun moments that happened, and I was really pleased with that gaming session, and I hope it will be shown in the final cut of the video. That's all I'll say. And also I have played a little bit of the Monster Hunter World beta. I think it ends sometime on Tuesday, but I don't know how it goes with different time zones, so it might even be ending on Mondays in certain places. Although I have literally no idea. I just know when it ends on my end. So I'm gonna put out a first impressions video of that probably on Wednesday. And if I manage to play some more and get an actual opinion of the game, and if I can find some time, maybe even some sort of like thoughts on the game. But right now I feel like I don't really have much to say, except for what I think I said in the first impressions video. So that goes for next week at least. And after that, Weekend at Locus will continue pretty much as usual. And then we have only in ... for whatever game I choose to play, or choose to make videos of, rather, because there are some games that I'm not gonna do more videos like that for. Specifically Black Ops 3 and Modern Warfare Remastered, and the reason is that my thought process behind that series is, it's basically if a game fills two different criteria. One, it's officially supported. It doesn't necessarily have to be supported by DLC or even new content, but just some sort of like, I don't know, in-game event every now and then. But it must also be a game that I play on a regular basis, and I just don't see myself playing either Black Ops 3 nor Modern Warfare Remastered on a regular basis. So for now, that series will only contain Battlefield 1, Rainbow Six Siege, and Titanfall 2. But things could change as well. Although with that being said, I think I'm still gonna play Modern Warfare Remastered and Black Ops 3 for Weekend at Locus. So those two games will still appear, but not as regular. Except for maybe Modern Warfare Remastered, because it's quite easy to fall back on the Weekend Warfare for Weekend at Locus, I have to admit. And what's coming up now on the screen is, yeah, I was that desperate for the dynamite kills. Is there anything more? Yeah, I'm actually gonna announce a new series that I was actually thinking of canceling it, but in the wake of my failed Let's Play, I feel like, I don't know, I've kind of been reinvigorated my interest in that series, and I have not decided on the name yet, because I'm not 100% sure. Actually, it's probably a lot easier if I start with what that series is about, and it's essentially a series where I'm gonna review books based on video games. I know that may sound strange, but that's something I feel like doing. I feel like even though video game novels, I guess, are kind of like the book equivalent of a movie licensed video game. There are still some good. How did that even work? The fall damage is something that is always weird in video games. I know this, but anyway. So I do feel that there are a lot of underrated gems that you can find. Certainly, the first book that I'm gonna review may surprise you that it even exists. I don't know if there's really not much more to say, since reviewing video game books. The thing I'm not 100% sure of yet is how to deal with certain books where it's actually not based on the game, but there may be games based on it. I'm thinking mainly books like Rainbow Six, Metro 2033, and the Witcher series, which, even though they came as books first, I feel that at least some of these is certainly worth a read if you enjoy the games. And I'm probably also gonna feature graphic novels as well, even though I don't really read much of them, but I guess they could be my entryway into doing that. Maybe even books that are about video games. I think the only one that comes to mind is like something like Ready Player One or something like that. But I haven't decided yet. The one thing I'm certain of is that it's at least gonna be books that are based on video games. So there'll certainly be quite a few novels of Warcraft and Elder Scrolls and maybe even Halo, even though I have literally no experience with the games. I feel that's about it. I have some other ideas, but I'm kind of keeping them to myself, since for one thing I don't know if those ideas are gonna be a thing, and even if they are, I have no idea when it's gonna happen. But most of the stuff I've said here is pretty near in the future. Specifically Weekend Locus and Only In, because that's series that I've already been doing. It's just that at least Weekend at Locus is coming back in full force right now. And the apparently you can only record your voice for 50 minutes. So apologize for the breakup. Where the heck was I? Yeah, the video game novel review series will be sometime in the near future, hopefully before the end of the year. And Let's Plays, I have no idea when that is going to be in full effect, but there's going to be one in February at least. I think that's about it, and somehow I managed to ramble for at least 20 minutes, no matter how much I structure my my thought process of what I should say for a channel update. So I apologize once again for that, but honestly I think the only way that I would not ramble on and make 20-minute long monologues is if I wrote a script, which I'm not gonna do for a mere channel update. That's for sure. But yeah, I just made this update to let you guys know what's coming up and what isn't coming up, unfortunately, like the Let's Plays. And yeah, there's gonna be a weekend at Locus tomorrow on Monday, and I'm looking forward to see the end results. It was really fun recording that, actually, that particular game and that game session. And there's gonna be a Monster Hunter World first impressions video on Wednesday. I'll see maybe even something on Friday too, if I manage to get some clips together, but I might just settle for next week instead, as I have possibly 2 videos a week for at least the foreseeable future, if I'm lucky enough, I suppose. But if not, there's at least gonna be a new video every week that is commentated, as in Weekend at Locus. So yeah, I have rambled too much right now, so I'm just gonna press the stop button, and I'll see you guys next time.